What's up, y'all? I am, like I mentioned, running late here. I got kind of tied up. What's up? I got kind of tied up with other things, and I was going to try to let me find me here on the computer. That's not right. That's not right. Where are we? Live control room. There it is. So yes, I was trying to get set up so that I could move my camera halfway through this, which I'm not sure if that's right. We're going to find out here in a minute. And my microphone as well. I've got to get all that going on. Hey, there I am. Go to it. Go to it. Why aren't you? Why aren't you going to my live thing? Let's see. Share. Twitter. Yeah. Oh, man. What the heck? Hold on. Classic live streaming. I can't even get to my dashboard. Okay, there it is. I think. What? 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 Okay, let me hold on. Saturday Morning Live 5.0. Stream status good. Okay, what's this? I know I'm live. How am I? Ugh. I can't find my actual. I can't find my actual thing to be able to. Here we go. What was this? There we go. I think. Hold on, guys. Just give me a minute. I suck at this still. Broadcast alert. What's this? Nope. Ads insertion. No, I'm not going to do that. Top chat. Public view. I saw a couple of comments, but this is not the same. This is not the same place that I was before. So let me try something different here. No. Is this it? No, that's not it. I've already done this. Live control room, new. Saturday Morning live dashboard. It won't let me click on it. I can't see myself. So, until I figure this out, for some reason it won't let me click on my, oh my gosh. As soon as I find the comments, y'all, I will definitely be able to get further with this. But while I'm doing that, some of the things. 2.0 for upcoming. That's not. That was canceled. Let's just go back to YouTube and start over. Go to my page. Go to my page. And home. Okay, maybe we can go. Nope, that's comments from other stuff. I'm so confused because I can't find. Can y'all hear me? I don't even know if the microphone's working, and I can't get to the live feed for some reason. Well, that's just depressing. Show more. Set. There it is. Live. Okay. No, that's everybody else's live. I don't care if everybody else is live. I'm trying to find my own live. Show more. It looks like messages, apps, create video. I'm already creating a video, I think. Well, I hope you guys have been having a great weekend. I did not do my Happy Friday video to say that I was possibly going to be doing this. And obviously I probably shouldn't have, but being Saturday morning live, I've got to get it done actually in my Saturday morning. And again, I was running late, trying to get set up and figure out why I am not. I'm just going to go back to my video manager, I guess. So as soon as I get to the comments, I will be able to chat with you guys for a minute. Let's try this all over again. Okay, so here we are. There's my screen. It says offline, but that's the one that I scheduled. So now we're going to go to this one. Please use the YouTube app to manage the stream. Well, I can't. Let's see if this works. An error occurred. Damn it. I'm going to click this weird experiencing. Okay. Sound and video is working fine. They can see you. Yeah. Okay, so I found some comments, some chat. I just can't see myself. Once I click, there we go. I guess that's going to have to work. That's not the same screen that I used last time. So, I don't know. The other screen, getting back to the comments. I can now see your comments. So, now I want to make sure with the camera angle because I did not have time to properly set that up. Because I'm going to be cutting some best keys. A friend of mine took one of my best chords. I've got like 20 best chords. He took one and decoded it for me because I don't. I didn't want to. And I've got to cut a key and check to see if the control key that he came up with was the correct one. So I would really like to move this closer, but I'm using my iPhone, so I'm just gonna get up in your face here for a minute. What's up? What is up, everybody? And get a little bit closer for you. I probably should flip the camera upside down from where it is there, but is that better? That's better. That way I can focus a little bit better. Microphone settings, and we're good to go. Except my coffee is cold. How is everybody? Everybody doing good? I'm gonna go to comments now. Comments. Let me go backtrack. I gotta backtrack. All right. It's alive. Rune's alive. What's up, King Street? Cool video live on the same day. Yeah. I had to get stuff from Harbor Freight. So if you none of you guys, a lot of you guys have been to Harbor Freight who are in the U.S. anyway. And like King Street said, Princess Auto is the same thing. So I just figured I would video it. I was actually surprised I was able to monetize it because of all the background music. And at that point, and I've realized that in a restaurant one time before, and I know you guys hate monetization, but it's just a fact of YouTube. But I was actually surprised that the filters didn't catch some of those songs in Harbor Freight. Watch it, catch it tomorrow. Hey, by the way. All right, Billy Bob, good afternoon to you. I guess you are ahead of me. Thanks, Rune, for letting me know about the sound in the video. Billy Bob, they can see you, they can hear you, see you. Cool. Okay, so everybody, we're good to go on the seeing and hearing. Do you use your framing machine? Have you done a video? This is Kevin Kopek. Do you use your framing machine? Yeah, all the time. In fact, that's what I'm cutting the best key on here in a minute. Have you done a video on most commonly used keys for residential and commercial? I have not. I had that. Did you? I don't know. You may have been the same one that asked that beforehand. But no, that is a good video idea, and I will add it to my queue. Of course, I did the video on the 1600 series, but those are like uncommon. You know, in the U.S., Schlage, Kwikset, Weiser, kind of, really are the predominant leaders. But there are a lot of other ones, so that is a good video idea. I think I will do something along those lines, and kind of, you know, maybe figure out a percentage of what we see in our area. All areas are different. Some areas are more Kwikset predominant, some more, and by the way, I think I've got, if I do have any customers come in this time, I'm gonna hit the mute on the microphone and hope that it will unmute and come back. So that's another just layer of, you know, security. So yes, I will do a video on the most common residential and commercial, which again, Schlage, Kwikset are the two big two, but I still see quite a few oddballs. Westlock, oh my God, I hate Westlock so bad, but it actually is still a thing. All right, so hey, Decline, what's up, Decline? Daryl, good morning, Jason. Daryl and Carol, hey, Daryl and Carol from the UK, how are y'all? Hope y'all are doing well. Looks like it cleaned up behind me. I have tried to keep that clean as much as possible. Not so much on that side. Which, if I do, I'm gonna shift my camera as carefully as possible to bring my microphone with me over to my workbench, because a little bit of the video I was gonna finish out straightening the workbench. I don't know if I'm gonna pull that off or not. This is my fourth live, so I'm not a live expert. I purchased the Blue Punch for Best, works fantastic. I know, God, if, you know, we don't do a whole lot of Best, I did recently have to buy an A3 and A4 kit for a military installation over yonder, and so all I use is hand tools and all that, but I would love a Blue Punch. But if I was going to buy a dedicated punch machine, I would straight up buy a Kwikset straight first, and then a Schlage, and then a Sargent. Because there's one company that takes the Blue machine and modifies it for Sargent, and I think Best would probably be the least likely one I would buy, but you know, the different, obviously you guys know, different keyways sit in the machines differently, and those punches are supposed to hold them all steady. So yes, the punch would be awesome for that, much more accurate too. Don got it at 3:25 a.m. All right, Don, thanks for chiming in before you go to sleep. Take it easy. Good night. Sweet dreams. Do y'all dream of lambs counting sheep? 10 Man, hello 10 Man. We do a comparison video with the different standalone keypad locks in residential. This is from DBDRM17. a comparison video with different standalone keypad, like, there's different levels of keypad locks. Uh, if you're just talking about plain quickset push button versus Wiser push button versus Schlage push button, which are the big three, versus like all the trilogies and stuff, I mean, that could end up being a big video. Um, will always at this point say Schlage, just the plain push button without all the Bluetooth and all that. If you just need a plain push button lock, the Schlage BE365 deadbolts with a passage knob underneath is the best of the best. So, good morning and good morning. I still like the best, which 7 pins ultimate security. Yeah, 7 pins. I've got a 6-pin card. I've never bought a 7-pin best card. Kepke. Thank you, Kevin, I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name. Kepke. The card I have is a 6-pin card, so I have to tweak it and modify it to make it work on my HPC. And that's why I use my framing to do the best, because you can adjust it easier and quicker, and it holds the jaws, hold it a little bit better. And DBDRM 17 new follower, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining in our madness, the locksmith madness. What's up, Southampton? Come out of the hospital. Oh no. Well, at least you're out of the hospital. Yeah, you can always watch it later. You don't have to stay. Thanks for chiming in, though. Good seeing you. Glad you're out of the hospital. It's always better being out of the hospital than it is in the hospital. The mod for Sergeant doesn't work. See, I was kind of wondering about that. The deep cut and the guy that invented the one that actually worked. No, he did pass away. The original Blue Machine who converted it to Sergeant, they called it something else, but they worked out a deal with the Blue, whoever makes that Blue Machine, and I didn't know he had passed away. Well, that's good to know, because that was like a $14,000+ machine. But we do a lot of Sergeant, and I know that number 10 cut. I have problems like this jaw on our main Sergeant cutter, which cuts Sergeant keys beautifully. But if it's got that tip cut, and I've actually got 8 cylinders that I have to rekey over here with a number 10 at the tip. They love doing that with factory master key systems. And if it's got that on the tip, this machine won't cut it deep enough. So I have to transfer it to a narrower jaw. Very irritating. I hate it when they use 10 as the last cut. Commercial keypad locks. Yes. Okay. So like Trilogy. I mean, Trilogies are bestest, our favorite. It's expensive. I just for the first time ran across one of those, code locks the other day on a gate. It was a double code lock. I may have posted a picture or a short video, or may have included it in a video, but utter crap. Code lock. What I saw, the double-sided gate lock, just utter crap. If I could use that phone, I could show you a picture of the setup. It was horrible. The other ones like Schlage's Legion, the one that you can do, what do they call that one? That one I've heard is good, and it's pretty much the same price point as Trilogies, but I've never personally put one in. And what was the other big one? Battery versus non-battery simplex. You can't go wrong with a mechanical simplex L1000. That's pretty much, you never have to put batteries in it. Only problem is it's harder to change a combo compared to the electronic versions. But for sure, if I'm putting it even weatherproof Trilogy, outside gates, a simplex L1000. And for the love of God, the magnet trick does not work. Does not work. It worked on like 0.3% of those that were out there, and they were mainly used in hospital, like restrooms, not even really overly secure rooms. and they fix that design flaw. Like anytime I bring up a simplex L1000 lock, somebody's like, "All you gotta do is stick a magnet on it." That's not true. That's one of those. That's one of those myths that it happened with that series of locks. And in my years, I've got a stack of 50 bodies and parts of L1000s, and out of that 50, I had one that had that little toggle on the side. And again, it was a special model that really wasn't used a whole lot. So of course, that was a model that they used in the video that naturally became famous. And to this day, everybody thinks that an L1000 simplex can be bypassed with the magnet, and that is simply not true. So if you're going for mechanical security, the simplexes are pretty good. Morning from Boston, from Mauricio. I'm trying to be as careful as possible since I messed up Kevin's last name. Um, and Wrighton makes a few machines. I've looked at Wrighton. Next time I need a machine, um, which, I mean, everything I have works fine. The only machine I need to get now is the laser cutter, the Sidewinder machine. I had one of those KD55, Ilco KD55, big monster machine that weighed like 80 pounds. Got rid of it back in the early 2000s, and it was just too big, and it was only for like Mercedes and stuff back then, Volvo, Mercedes, the older ones. I was like, we're not gonna do this, and it was very inaccurate. The jaws had been chewed up, so I sold it real cheap. And then of course here we go. Hey, let's start putting Sidewinder stuff and everything again. So I've never gotten a Wrighton as a punch cutter. Yeah, I've never gotten another Sidewinder machine, so that'll be our next machine thing. As far as the punch cutter, I would more than likely, even though the pack of punches aren't great, I don't see me using it a whole lot. So if I was gonna get a punch just for like quick set, I would probably choose the pack a punch with the quick set setup and just leave it, not convert it. It looks like a pain in the ass to convert between the two, but I don't. The only reason I would need that is if I obviously picked a lock and I didn't want to go. I don't usually keep a machine in my truck because of the damn potholes. It takes me an hour and a half to adjust a machine after I ride around for 10 miles with it. So yeah, I've talked to a few guys who did. Ryan says the Ninja Laser. Okay, I've got a customer coming in, so we'll be right back. Hey, how are you? Okay. I'm back. Did my microphone turn back on? Okay. Yeah, I said a minute ago for those who just joined, I'm gonna mute it when people come in. Extra security. Extra security. Let's see. Ninja Laser isn't okay. Going back to Ryan Bradley, which by the way, I remember I never clicked with me with you, but I remember you from Internet Locksmith. Going back to that little issue I had the other day. So I never put that together until you said that, and then I was like, I remember him. You've been around a while. What's up, Corey? And William Murray. What's up, Jason? The other day I put in an L1000 Schlage LFIC. The timing of the lock screwed me all up. Happy Saturday to you. The timing of the lock. Like the handing? Is that what you meant? There's our sexy face. What do you think? What do you think of the guy? Okay, so the the Lishy pick decoder. Oh, talk of the town, especially after you know who posted from his page, which I don't follow, but his don't show it, don't show it. We're gonna take a moral stand. Literally, there's a billion Lishy videos on cars out there, and it's the same. It's the same thing. I was just like, wow, way to grandstand. Now I know why I don't watch this channel. People are gonna do it. There's already like 10 videos out that I've seen. But as far as me buying one, I don't. Maybe one day. But I would rather buy, even though I don't know. I don't know. 120 bucks is expensive. I would hate to buy one for 120 now, and they realize that their sales are so slow, and they knock them down to like 80 in a few months. So, um, yeah, yeah. And as far as the Schlage ones, the big thing about the Schlage is there are so many more aftermarket Schlage locks than there are regular Schlage. You see way more like LSDA, PLS, Yale's offshore. There's just so many more aftermarket locks, and they're not sure that the Quickset was working very well on aftermarket. So, that SC1, SC4 one might be not great. It's okay. Yeah, Corey was saying it was muted, and Arun told him it was muted because somebody had come in. Yes, you need all the metadata. Yes, decline its own. Okay, Billy Bubba, key punch is better when you're in the road. Yes, I definitely agree with that. I always wanted to get the 1200 punch, whatever they call it, the HPC punch, but I never did. The only punch I've got, if I can, let me sit back down. That raises me above my camera height here. The only punch I've got is my Exacta, and of course it's just for automotive. So, oh hey, a little bit of a delay here. And I love it. So key punches are awesome. Let's see. Bosnian Bill made one today. What did Bosnian Bill make today? Oh, made a Lishy video? Yeah. Mr. Locksmith made one as well. I just saw like 2 days ago. Board Lockpicker made one. Please hold. Okay, so let's see. Say what you will, do what they're supposed to do, the company itself regarding Lishy. Yeah, I mean, Lishy themselves put out a video. Ryan, you decided to get one? Yeah, I'm on the fence. I don't want to get one right now. The number 7 on the master keyed or the HUD keyed houses, yeah. But uh, if it's got 7 pins in it, you got your ring of HUD keys. So more than likely, it's going to be one of those. SE lock and key. That. We don't do those. I don't know anybody you could find other than the dealership. Yeah. Okay, thanks. Okay. I was always on the road. Billy Bob, I've never worked in a locksmith store before. I was always on the road. I feel like I'm always on the road. But at least I have. We call this our junk shop that serves customers because there's just too much crap. Ron Bradley who picked the smart key. Yeah, Lockwood Lawyer did pick his smart key. He just hit 400,000. Guys, by the way, I'm coming up on, what am I coming up on? 3,000. And like Lock Noob and everybody's like, oh, I'm at 50,000. I'm at 100,000. I'm at 400,000. Here I am like, I got 3,000. Which is cool. Whatever. So I'm not even going to bother bragging about myself on that since everybody else is bragging about these 100,000, 400,000 numbers. $120 for that KW1 Lishy. That's pricey. You got 100 for opening the smart key in 1:11. I don't blame you for not wanting to work as a locksmith, honestly. Corey, yes, spread SE login key to every dark corner of the internet imaginable. Subscribe to SE login key. Thanks. Castnet channel offers better content for those looking to be a locksmith. Thank you. I try my best, even though there is haters out there who feel like I am revealing the secrets of the world by showing how to pick locks, which I don't pick locks. And some of you know what I'm referring to here, but I found my troll, and I knew it was my troll, my thumb down troll, by him sending me a screenshot showing his little thumb down. So trolls are just irritating. And I know all you guys who have channels have your own trolls, but it's funny, I uploaded that Harbor Freight. I did a Harbor Freight shopping thing. Now, it's an hour video, but whatever. If you want to watch it, you can. If you don't, you don't have to. If it doesn't appeal to you, just don't watch it. But within minutes, I'm always getting that thumb down, thumb down. And I'm really, honestly impressed that he hates me so much, yet loves to spend so much time focusing on, obviously with notifications set, to flame my channel or flame me every couple of months. And it's just like, yeah, I blocked him because I'm just tired of hearing his bullshit. I can't block him from putting thumbs down on the video, but now we know, and I wouldn't be surprised if he had 2 accounts and went back and forth and thumb down for the 2, because I always get one immediately, and then sometimes I get a second one, unless it's a really bad video. But it's either 1 or 2. I really wouldn't be surprised if he has 2 accounts and he just logs in and thumbs down me for both. Anyway, off that topic. I had a rant the other day. I did a 30-minute rant on that the other day. Not even going to upload it. Going back up. Okay, I'm sitting here talking and everybody's talking. Was she inventor did okay, Corey. Hey, William Ansell, being a locksmith would take the fun out of picking locks. It would just be a job. Yes, going back to my wildly, whichever way you want to look at locksmith's view on Locksmith video from a year ago, wildly unpopular or wildly popular, totally different reactions. Yes, people thought that I hated my job and I was burnt out. I got so many comments on that. It's not that I hate my job because I don't like picking locks. So, but it does take the fun out of it. If I did not have to do it all the time, then I would probably enjoy it. But that goes back to that video, and we're not even going to go there. Lishy inventor, random guy in China does good work. He'll license him to a UK company. Well, Mr. Lishy is, yeah, the Mr. Lishy dude. Wait. OG inventor isn't even associated with the West now. I saw an ad from back in like one of my 80s trade magazines that had what looked like a Lishy. So there were original inventors, and it was for I want to say it was for a Ford, but it had the same, almost the exact same premise as a Lishy. So, yeah, there are OG inventors who have taken it to the next level, as Mr. Lishy has. No, he is a person in Canada that I've known for a good 15, 20 years from the old Internet Locksmith website. And he was a troll then, and I have been team his side for a while and team not his side for a while. And then when I became a moderator, I actually had to block him from posting comments on the site. And then we started another site after, long story, after Internet Locksmith was taken and turned into a locksmith community by one of the founders. Not even going to get into that one. Then we had a kind of a private group with about 10 of us. We kind of were okay with each other. But now he just thinks that I am destroying the locksmith profession by putting cameras in people's faces and showing people's private possessions and just showing how to knife edge a key blank and all this other stuff. And I'm like, whatever. I'm tired of you. That's why I blocked you. Anyway, that was a pretty good Twitter fight. Yeah, King Street saw that one. A few people saw that one. I'm tired of dealing with him. You have, in fact, King Street kind of had a run-in with him back on a video, almost a year ago, because he started some crap then. And I'm tired of that crap. I'm too old for that crap. If he wants to stalk me like a freaking teenage fangirl because he has nothing better to do, then whatever. But, yeah, I'm blocking him every which way I can. I don't do it for fun to begin with. Yeah. Where we go? I'm losing my spot. I lost my spot. I scrolled too fast. As Live News says, even making a video of saving kittens and puppies out of a burning barn will get a thumbs down. Yep. I mean, no matter what, you're going to have haters out there. What is the lockup set of drawers? The Tom asked, what's the lockup set of drawers to your right? That is an old military thing. Stuff like, okay, here we go. No, can y'all see that? Yeah, you can see that. So like one drawer, this is just a bunch of mainly Baldwin cylinders. And some Bouvet, Corbin Russwin, a lot of longer mortise cylinders from mostly Baldwin, and I've got some Welch back here. I've got the little doodads. domestic keying kits, and just various old kits. That is keys. I'm going to show you that. There's some ASA stuff here, a whole ASA drawer. There is a kind of an antique drawer there. And face caps, obviously. Can you still see? No, you probably, yeah, you can barely see. So face caps, and then on the bottom I've got import kits, Chrysler repair, old Chrysler repair, Medico, and Best at the very bottom. So it's a wonderful military cabinet that we used to do a lot of work for some special forces guys, and one of them called me and was like, hey, I've got this thing, you want it? And I was like, heck yeah. Okay, so that's what's in there. Very nice cabinet. I wish I had 4 more of those too. William Mansell. Okay, I'm gonna go. Y'all are talking to each other, so I'm gonna go try to figure out. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll see what you're saying there. I do it out of boredom. Constantly need to fidget. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Keeping your hands busy. Business looks good for you today. Are you being sarcastic? It's actually always kind of dead, and that's why I do these live videos, because between 11 and 12, it's still relatively dead. Across the street at the coffee shop, we've got 12 minutes left, by the way. They have this big coffee shop with all the little in-town people. So that's mainly where that is. My business picks up from like 12 to 4, and I have a lot of people coming in between those times. So that's one reason why I try to do the Saturday morning live between 11 and 12, because that has always been kind of our little bit of a dead time. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We don't pick locks unless somebody is paying for it. Exactly. Or if we can make money off of it. Like if I want to resell something and I have to pick it to make a key for it to be able to resell it. Yeah. I was just saying if I wanted to. What's the oddest, rarest lock type you have encountered? Oh, we do a lot of antique stuff. I would say the dumbass doors at a synagogue or a place down here, and McDonald's use these doors too. This is not really rare, and it's not really odd, but it's just a pain in the ass, because you've got glass, and then the center pane of glass, and there is snap-in trim molding, and you have to pry the trim molding out and then pull the glass out to be able to access the mortise lock to be able to remove it. That basically is one of the biggest pains in the asses, and I did a video on that where I caught it with my forehead because I wasn't expecting it to come out, and it sliced up in my forehead. Did a video on that a while back. Looks like you live in your truck, dude. But as far as oldest and rarest, we come across all the antiques all the time. I mean, we get a lot of antique stuff, either people mailing it in or people bringing it in or our antique dealers bringing it in. So I'm always running across just oddball antique stuff. In fact, I probably have one sitting around here. I've got a little box in the back that I'm working on right now. I'll show you. This is one I'm working on now. It's no big deal, just a little cute little box. But what happened here is the lock was just not working right. because the metal had bent in and was keeping the key from turning. And then when I went to put it back in, the screws were not standard. And if you look real close, we'll move this up to the camera, we can see how devastating it is when you use too long of a screws, because that is where the screws jam through. So obviously, to make that look good, it's going to have to be touched up. And while that's just a little one, we get oddball stuff like that in all the time. So it's kind of hard to say, kind of hard to narrow it down as to the oddest or the most rare double bit key locks, just any number of things like that. Where are y'all going? Okay, here we go. Get back to the comments. About the security bit, it was good for a year used for. I got the that security bit shit. The security bit, yeah, the security bit kit that I showed, the big one. I've never bought one of those, but I have the little red ones that you can buy also at Harbor Freight, and it's a lot smaller, harder to get the bits out, but it's got rubber things and the bits go in it, and they're all side by side, and in the center there's a bit holder. That's the ones I like, because I don't need all those little wing nuts and all that. So that's the ones, and they're cheaper too. Brockage. I've heard of that over the years, but I've never even got on that website to see what all they sell. Okay, go back. Oh, gosh, you guys are keeping me busy with the comments today. This is awesome. Daryl says the brand Lishy is owned by a UK company in Manchester called Trade Locks, and I'm sure I can buy the tool cheaper than you're being sold in the US for $39. The $39, well, that's not a dollar sign. That's a whatever currency sign that is. Most of our automotive Lishy picks are 40-ish dollars, $40, $50, and but I doubt that they're gonna lower that. They're gonna ride that quickset wave for a while, as long as they can. All the King Street says all the fancy stuff that he likes to keep. I think you're referring to me as far as odd, rare locks, and yeah, I do. Up there, I've got a whole selection of stuff that's going home for the time being, because I need to move it out of here so that I can do what I need to do with it, which was set up a kind of a world display board with some of the locks that you guys have sent me. Also, I've got a few hung up once I turn the camera. Fail! We were gonna do a workbench thing, but I keep these under an hour, and we're not there. So, damn it! Thanks for the thumbs up. Yes, I appreciate you guys thumbs up. And there's very little joy in my life besides seeing an extra thumbs up on the thing. Now, I'm just kidding. I mean, I enjoy the comments most of all. I enjoy most of the comments most of all, but the thumbs up thing really is integral somehow to YouTube as far as watch time, which I get a lot of watch time. Not bragging, because I do long videos. So of course, with long videos, for those who are interested in watching long videos, I get naturally long watch time, which YouTube likes, but they also like the thumbs up. So whenever you guys are watching one of my videos, I mean, you don't even have to watch the video. If you see it come up and it's not of interest to you, we would really appreciate just that simple hitting that little thumb thing would be awesome. Appreciate that a lot. And yes, that would be awesome. That's an easy, cheap thing for you guys to do for me, because some of these videos do take quite a bit of time, and I have fallen asleep mid-edit in a video, and Kim comes by a couple hours later and wakes me up, and I've got my phone, the clip that I was doing fell asleep with it and my hand rubbing all over it, and I've got it split up, and it just takes forever to do some of these videos. And some of the videos that I've got planned, some of my more spectacular, in my mind anyway, videos, literally take a shoot ton of time to do. So all I ask is a thumbs up, quick thumbs up. Not going to kill anything. Thank you. Personally, Lishi is a company in China. I've got 2 or 3 auto Lishis, but I hadn't really ever used. I don't use them that much. I've only used it once, and I did not have luck on a Chrysler, which is supposed to be the easiest one. So I guess I need to go watch some more Lishi YouTube videos. Maybe in a program, but anyone else getting baked with me? Corey getting baked. House. California, Colorado, Vancouver, whatever. One church here, Ryan says, one church has 6 of those pain line doors. Gosh, if you've had to service them, you know what a big pain in the dangerous ass that is. Hate those things. McDonald's had them on here for a long time too. James, people in this industry believe they are the keepers of some magically protected knowledge, hence all the haters. That's why I don't go to trade shows or Aloha crap. Lots of weird dudes in this business. Yes, they are. Yes, I've never been an Aloha person. There's one coming up next, and the only conferences I've gone on to was in New Orleans with ID and Acme, because we've done business with Acme for years. And even then, it was weird. It was just weird. And that was 15, 18 years ago, and it was just weird then. Okay, so, yes, James, I totally agree with you on that one. Hank DeGain, I shouldn't have said that. Sorry for mispronouncing your name, Hank. Great channel. Your explanation about how long we're seeing you. Very interesting. Greetings from Holland. Holland, cool. Beautiful country over there, I do hear. Appreciate you watching. And, y'all's locks aren't like our locks. So anytime any of you overseas guys who really have no ball game in my types of locks that I show, like I do a lot of Schlage locks. Y'all don't have Schlage locks, but I like seeing, like Andy Mack does, curtain picking and all that. And I'm really big into mortise locks. I personally think I would love to leave the U.S. So if anybody knows, but we've got dogs, and I don't want to stress them out with that. But one day, when that comes, I would love to shoot over there. And if I'm not old enough to not be able to do my job, I would love to be able to start more into mortise locks, because I love doing mortise locks, and y'all have so many over there. I think that would be a awesome residency program for locksmiths. That would be cool. I have a Century Buick 2000 in a spare key. Cost too much money, more than what the car's worth. Should I bypass? So your Buick, Billy Bob, your Buick Century has the black chip in the blade of the key. If you just need a spare, then you can take a picture of it and email it to me. Take what do you call them things? Probe, not a probe, a tester. Put one on each side of the little silver terminals. Take the reading down. Do that a few times to get the closest reading, and take a good clear picture of it. I can decode 10-cut ignitions because I did GM roadside for too many years. So I can decode a GM 10-cut key by glancing at it. So if you really need it, I can get you a key. We do sell them for $30, but I can get you a better price than that. But there is a bypass, and it is good to put a bypass in, because those wires, on the 2000 especially, those wires become brittle, they break, and it's just, sometimes on older cars, really, the resistors are like $40, $50. Sometimes it's better just to snap a resistor in and it'd be your ideal really situation. The E-literary is UK pounds, 39 pounds. Well, I don't know the exchange rate without looking it up, so. And William, giving a thumbs up costs us nothing and helps video producers so much. Yes, I always, when I'm not involved with editing and I go over some of my subscribers, I'm subscribed to William. Even if I don't watch his whole video, I'll scan through it a little bit. But I always make sure and thumbs up all you guys, because any of you guys who do production know that it can be hard to do. Come to Denmark, we have piles of old 5-pin locks to real security. John Doe, about $60 for the resistor bypass. Yeah, they used to be. Last time I looked for one, I saw one on a website for 40, but that was like a year ago. So they may go up. They may a third more may go up. So yes, Denmark would be awesome. I'm Irish, Ireland. My ancestors are Irish, and I don't really celebrate St. Patty's Day, which is weird. We're about to have our St. Patty's Day parade. Jackson, Mississippi, believe it or not, out of the entire U.S., is one of the largest St. Patty's Day parades for our square footage, kind of. And I don't like crowds, so I never go to it. Third more. No, UK pounds to dollars is about 60. Okay. Math. I hate math. Come on now. Stop throwing these numbers at me. Okay. Got it. Just messing. Well, guys, we are at 12:03, and time flies when you're having fun. Of course, I did get started a couple of minutes later, so yeah, we do like to party. Unfortunately, the parade, and y'all, I don't know if that was before I did YouTube, but we used to have the parade come through Fondren at night and throw beads and have drinking parties and all sorts of stuff, but they moved it all downtown, and Fondren doesn't have the parades anymore, so but again, I don't get into them. It's just too many really with the Jackson, kind of a local secret. Jackson is considered bad with crime, which we do have a lot of crime, but we don't have a lot of resources. We have businesses that have moved out, and that provides less for police departments and stuff. So we have bad crime, but all the people from the surrounding suburbs, SE Lock and Key. Good. The chip is lost. Well, if you don't have any other record of it, we would have to come out and put an interrogator on your car to determine the VAT value. And that can take up to about an hour and a half. So, depending on where the car is located, you could be looking at anywhere from 125 all the way up to about 225. It wasn't. It wasn't $20. She's gonna call the $20 people. Great live thing. Thanks for the answers. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys, because I needed to get. Oh, hold on. No, I'm not gonna show you. I'll do it in a separate video. But y'all saw the Harbor Freight. I'm gonna get that rivet tool out. I'm gonna do a quick little review on that. I've never used any of those compressible rivets other than 1/4 inch, but that one came with 6/32, 8/32, and 10 8/32 or 24th. And that kind of makes me happy because I've only ever used 1/4 inch because 1/4 inch are mainly for mag locks. That's the main thing to use for mounting mag locks on stuff. And that's what I've almost always only used them for. But now that I have the ability, for as long as the cheap tool lasts, to do 6/32, 8/32, that may come in a huge handy one day. So, assuming it works, and that little 12-inch bolt cutter I got, I just did that to cut chain. I have an exact same size, but a much better quality one, but it's like 30 years old, and the jaws are all foobarred, so that's why I bought that. So I got to get that in the truck. I've got to get the table up front done, and I've got to get this best. So lastly, to leave off with this, we're going to look at a sheet that one of my subscribers, one of my local guys, in fact, the gentleman who helped with Padlock Dominoes 4.0, he took a, where am I? No. Yep. No. No, shit, what the hell? There's a lag. Hold on. Okay, there we go. What in the heck? Why is it not holding still? So that is what I'm cutting. He decoded it. I've got a bunch of cores. I gave him the core with the operating key, and he took it apart and did his measurements. And all the stack values came out. I'm wondering about that cut number 2. He did head to tip. I know it's some people do tip to head. That may be the correct way, but whatever. So that one is the only one I'm not sure about. So I'm going to double check those pins and cut the key, which is what I was going to do in this video, but we're out of time. We're out of time. So guys, I appreciate everybody once again for joining in the live chat. I'm going to catch up real quick. Do you work alone or have a crew? My crew is Kim. She stays in the shop during the day while I'm out. Don't forget. Don't forget. John's telling me not to forget. I've already forgotten what I'm not supposed to forget. Little Nipex bolt cutter. Yes. Somebody asked me on the Von Duprin thing what I use. Nipex. I love Nipex, but I don't have the Nipex bolt cutter. That's one of those that I want to get to. But I just use a $10 little thing from Home Depot to cut my tailpiece, and it works okay. Decline, have a great weekend. Say hi to Kim. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. DDRMR 17. Number 17. Agent 17. Great vid. Thanks for watching. Good way to test video lag. Am I getting video lag? That would be sad. Thumbs up, everybody. Don't forget my thumbs up. I appreciate all you guys who give me thumbs up. And have y'all noticed some of my my last few videos? Have y'all noticed some of my new end screens? I'm trying to appeal to if you like, give me a thumbs up on this live video if you like my end screens that I'm playing with. That's just the first few. I'm gonna play around with some more to try to get them a little bit more personal, other than just pictures. So yes, I've been end screen working quite a bit lately. Rune, thanks. Y'all have a great weekend as well. I know you're ahead on the weekend, but y'all have a great weekend. You get a million. I guess. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Take a multimeter, put it on each side, and I've got a automotive book right here, and on the very front cover, I have. This book I made all myself. Here we go. Let's see if we can get it in the camera just so you can see it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. You might want to screenshot. Wait, glare. There's the ohms right there for your vat. So that'll tell you. Well, you said you're missing your. No, you're not missing your vat. That was the lady that called that was missing her vat. So yeah, those ohms right there. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Right there. Right there. Oh, no, no, no. No. Right there. It, yeah. If you read it, take a picture, send it to selockandkey@gmail.com. I will see what I can do with it. And G Keyman, have a great weekend as well from Michigan. Y'all are still cold up there, I assume. I didn't want to do it, but before this video, I could have taken my long sleeve shirt off because it is warm. Unfortunately, it's warm, and that means it is dry. So tomorrow we have to tackle weeds all day tomorrow. I've got yard work to do, and I hate doing yard work. And it really needs it because here in Mississippi it's spring-ish and all the weeds are growing. So, just another thing. But now I'm going to get all this put away, get the key cut for the best to see if our friend got his numbers correctly. I think I did. The numbers look good, just like me looking at them and comparing them. They look fine to me. So I'm going to cut the key. Hope it works. Again, thanks to everybody that's watching. We ran a little late again today, so it's not Saturday morning anymore. But I really appreciate you guys watching. Y'all have a great upcoming week. I hope y'all make lots of money. And we'll just see you next video. Peace. Saturday morning live 4. We're out.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We really appreciate it.